Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Sebastian with The Nocturnal here at the Good Boys premiere. I'm so excited to be here. I don't know if you knew this, but Seth Rogen is behind this film, which means it's going to be super funny and it's rated R. I'm going to be interviewing all of the stars right here on this carpet. Going to give you guys all of the scoop. Don't go anywhere. So first I want to start off because Veep is nominated for an Emmy, so I have to give you some congrats for that. How excited are you for that?
Very excited. You know, this is our last season, so it's really nice to get to
End it with a bang.
End it with a bang, a kaboom even.
You guys deserve it.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Now let's talk the movie. This is a rated R comedy film with little kids in it. What can we expect?
You can expect adult situations featuring little children.
Now,
Talking about swears and dildos.
yeah.
Like visiting my house.
Okay, so in this film, I feel like Max, which is the main character, he goes through this whole entire journey just to try and kiss a girl. What advice do you have for people that are going through that same situation and are trying to have their first kiss?
Consent is key.
Especially these days, right?
All days. All days.
All days, all day.
I guess especially now, but yeah. So that's it, kids.
Okay, but now, do you remember anything from your first kiss?
My first kiss was in kindergarten. Quincy Herbert decided I was her boyfriend and was like, and boyfriend, so like it was under the monkey bars, and she like kissed on me, and I was like, oh. So
I hope there was consent.
I guess yes, there was.
Yes, okay.
Yes, there was.
And,
My part, on her part, for sure.
And now, do you remember any awkward kiss experiences or something that you were just kind of like, not today? Or you were just kind of like, that was the worst kiss ever?
Yes. I mean, I don't want to embarrass anybody. Let's say that it was a kiss that I wasn't expecting, and I thought it was like a friend thing, and so.
And it didn't turn out quite well. We've all been there.
We've been there. And like, you know, you don't want to leave, you don't want to be like, hey, get out of here. Because
Right.
you're like, oh, you've made this leap. Meet you halfway.
want to hurt their
But certainly
feelings.
make it very brief, you know. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Congrats, by the way. I know you shared your first on-screen kiss in this film. Did you receive advice from anybody for this?
My mom was just telling me to keep my mouth dry, so I learned a lot by that. Every second I was like wiping my mouth and, you know.
And if you were to have another on-screen kiss and you could pick anybody for it to be with, who would you choose and why?
How about nobody?
Okay.
I would just say I kiss a ghost and like there'd be nobody there. I'd just be able to do it fakely. Yeah, I'd do that.
And now really quick, tell me, what was one of your favorite scenes?
I have to say, the action sequence at the end, that's like really, really cool. When there's like when they're shooting paintballs and stuff, everyone's like jumping around. It's like it's really fast, and it's like I really had to do the movements and stuff, and I had so much fun doing it.
And Seth was the coolest boss?
He was a really cool boss. He was like watching from above. You could sense his presence. You could tell he was just in the clouds watching you from above.
Awesome. Nice to meet you. Congratulations, by the way. Okay, so just the other day you had your first talk show appearance. Tell me a little bit about that. How excited were you for that?
Colbert, super stoked. A lot of fun. It was just gnarly. It was crazy.
And then you also mentioned in an interview where you were talking about how when you were in pre-K, you took your mom's wedding ring to school.
Yes.
Did you get punished for that?
I'm actually still punished for it. After this, I have to go to the room. No, I'm just kidding. No, it happened a while ago. I don't even remember it. But yeah, it was really funny.
Now, having Seth as a boss and working with him, how was that like? He's a pretty funny dude.
Yeah, he's just awesome. He taught me a lot about improvisation, which is like when you make the script into your own, like twist it. And he's like super quick-witted, so he helped me a lot with that one.
And now tell me more about your character and how you're friends with Max and the whole dynamic.
Yeah, well, Thor's a young, striving kid who tries to fit in. He met Thor and Lucas in 3rd grade, and they've just been best friends ever since that. Also known as the Beanbag Boys, because in 3rd grade they all have beanbags. So, yeah, they're best friends, and then towards the end they kind of span apart, but really still friends, even though they go their own separate ways.
Was there a scene that was your favorite to shoot?
Yes, the ball pit scene. Like, literally all day we were just sitting inside a ball pit, and then at lunch we got to play in a jungle gym. So it was a super easy, super fun day.
Awesome. And now, having been in this movie, is there anything that you learned about kissing? What advice would you give other kids your age or younger about getting their first kiss?
Don't kiss. That's your advice.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
I just have to point out, because you are all Gucci'd out right now. Gucci down. Oh, okay. Gucci, and then the sneakers are Gucci too, right? Gucci down to the socks. Okay, so how are you a good boy or a bad boy? And if you're a bad boy, what's the worst trouble you've ever gotten into?
I would say I'm a mix. Mostly a good boy, but you know, I'm still like a 12-year-old boy, so I have that bad side of me.
What's something at the top of your head, something that you were like, oh shoot, I did something bad?
When I dropped my mom's phone in the ocean in Canada.
That would put you on the bad boy list for sure. Now, tell me, if I feel like here in the movie Max, he goes through this whole entire journey with you guys because he's trying to get his first kiss. Any advice you have for him? I guess we'll find out. Let it come.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see in the movie, right?
Yeah.
Now, tell me, if you could share an on-screen kiss with anybody, who would it be? In a perfect world, it could be real, fake, whoever.
Off-screen kiss with anybody. Probably like a horse. I love horses.
Listen, I'll take it. I'll take that. I would kiss a dolphin.
Or like a horse, like a human/horse. You know, like the horse upper body, and then the like wrist is like a horse. The human upper body. I forgot what it's called.
I getcha. All right, man. Nice to meet you. Congratulations, by the way. This movie is about a boy who embarks on this whole entire journey because he's trying to have his first kiss and he wants everything to go perfect. Do you remember anything from the time you had your first kiss? What can you tell me about that?
I was unbelievably nervous. Yeah. I do. It was on a trampoline and did not go well.
Knowing what you know now, is there any advice that you would give to people who probably are going through the same thing Max is going?
It'll happen, and you don't need to make it like such a big thing in your head, and you'll be okay, and it will happen naturally, and yeah.
Now tell me a little bit about your character, because I know you play a frat boy. What is that like?
As I mentioned to one of your fellow interviewers here, I went to the New School in New York City, and it was very like artsy school in New York, so I did not have the pleasure or the lack of pleasure of knowing many frat boys, so had to pull from the deepest depths of my imagination to know what it was like.
I can relate because I went to St. John's in Queens, and I feel like, yeah, so in New York there's no frat, there's no Greek life. Exactly, no, I feel like the city itself has so much more to offer.
Yeah.
That's kind of like our nightlife and our social life scene. But I can relate.
I leaned on my insecurities, I'd say. Yeah.
And now working with Seth, what was that like? I bet. How was having him as a boss?
To be honest, he wasn't there when I was there because I, came in and out. But I'm a big fan of his movies, and I was really excited to be involved in a project that he was at the helm of.
Sebastian, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, so you play Brixie in the film. Tell me a little bit more about your character and how fun it was working in this film.
So she is kind of like the popular girl that all the boys kind of like, which is the opposite of me.
Was it fun though? Was it fun getting to be that popular girl?
Yeah, it was so fun. Just like, especially like this movie is so different from anything else I've done. It's so, it was super fun to just like step totally out of my comfort zone and do something I've never done before, it was so fun, this movie, yeah. Now,
this movie, in the film Max, he's like going through this whole entire journey just to figure out how he can impress you and how he can, that must be flattering, I feel, right? Like for your character. Is there anyone, it could be like on screen or off screen, who you would, like a celebrity crush who you would like to share an on-screen kiss with?
Okay, well now I can't say because I was gonna say Tom Holland, but he's like 25 or 22. So,
In a perfect world, right? Like if you were
in a
old.
perfect world, definitely Tom Holland or Shawn Mendes, but he's not that.
Well, supposedly Shawn Mendes might be playing Prince Eric in The Little Mermaid. I don't know if you. He's like in the. It's like between him and Harry Styles. They haven't decided who, but
I think Shawn Mendes should get it.
I feel like he could do the singing too. Like he has the voice for it. So now tell me how it was like having Seth as a boss.
I actually haven't met Seth yet, but it was super cool, the environment on set. Definitely. Yeah.
Now that you've done this movie, is there anything you can share that you would give some other people some advice when it comes to their first kiss? Anything you learned? Do's and don'ts?
I don't even know. Don't make it awkward. I don't know if that helps anyone, but
Maybe some some mints,
yeah,
right?
that would be.
Ain't nobody trying to have bad breath when they have their first kiss.
Well, it's actually really funny because Jacob's mom, Christina, she bought us like Timbits, and she was like, "Don't have any before you kiss because then your breath will stink." And I was like, "Well, if we both eat Timbits, then we'll both like it'll be fine." So then we just like ate a whole bunch of Timbits before. So there goes all my brushing teeth, but that's okay.
Well, yeah. All right, Chance. Tell me, how excited are you to be here tonight, working with this movie? How fun was it working?
It was freaking amazing working with everybody. Everybody's so nice. Jacob, Keith, and Brady. And you know, I don't work with kids a lot, so to work with Jacob, Keith, and Brady was so amazing, and they're all so nice. And I'm very excited for this movie. I mean, just everything that's happening right now.
Yeah, it's crazy today.
It's a little bit overwhelming.
And was there a day on set that was your favorite?
That's a good one. Probably there was one scene, and there was one scene where we got to scooter around and stuff. And so me, Jacob, Keith, and Brady were kind of just scootering around a little outdoor skate park or something, and that was actually really fun. I'm surprised I didn't break my arm doing that.
And now this film is rated R. Are you going to be allowed to watch it?
Yeah.
Right? I feel like if you're in the movie, you should be allowed to watch it. Who cares if it's rated R?
I've done a couple of R movies. This one is definitely probably my favorite. And I'm going to tell you that I saw some stuff that I cannot unsee.
Well, we're going to have to wait and find out then.
Yeah.